Hi everyone, welcome back to Eagle Eye Stocks. In this video, we are checking out Nvidia share price, which is one of the hottest tech stock out there. In this video, I will explain the share price action, talk about the trend and key indicators in simple words. I'll share some key levels to watch out over the next few weeks, and by the end, we'll get a pretty good idea of where the price could be heading next. Right now, Nvidia is trading around 180 to 190 US dollars zone. And if you have been following this stock for a while, you already know how crazy this run has been over the last year. Just think about it. A company that was known mainly for gaming graphic cards has now become the backbone of AI revolution. Every big name from Microsoft to Google to Amazon is buying Nvidia chips. And that kind of demand has completely changed the company's fundamental and of course, it's the share price. So stick around till the end. You'll get the full technical picture plus my thoughts on what might come next for Nvidia. Alright, so if you see the chart on your screen, the stock has been climbing strongly for the past few months. After a bit of sideways phase earlier this year, you can see a really nice uptrend forming, higher highs, higher lows. That's always a sign of a strong buying interest. It's almost like a small correction is being seen as a buy the dip opportunity. Basically, every dip is getting bought up and the price is now sitting right near the upper part of the Bollinger Band, which means momentum is very strong. Now, 187 to 190 seems to be an important resistance zone because price is testing that level again and again. If the stock manages to break and hold above that range, we could easily see a move towards 200 or even higher. If you see the exponential moving averages, which help us to see the short, medium, and the long term trends, you see the 20-day EMA shown around 180 is acting short term support, and the 50 EMA is around 176, a little lower, giving a medium term support. And the 200-day EMA, the long-term trend line, sits far below around 149. If you see the price above all three EMAs or exponential moving averages, that's a clear sign that the trend is bullish across all time frames. So the stock has been respecting the 20-day exponential moving averages beautifully. Every time it dips close to it, buyers come in again. So, as long as Nvidia stays above that 180 to 176 zone, trend remains solid. If you notice the volume bars at the bottom, volume has been steady, not too crazy, but enough to confirm that buyers are active. Earlier in the year, we saw heavy volumes when Nvidia started recovering. Recently, the volume is a bit lower, which suggests we might be in a consolidation phase before the next breakout. Ideally, when the stock crosses above 190 or 192, we want to see a spike in volume. That's the confirmation of a strong breakout. If volume remains flat, the stock might be just move sideways for a bit or making a big move. Also, if you see the MACD, this one help us to understand the momentum. At the moment, MACD line is above the signal line and the histogram is turning positive. This is a bullish crossover, which means momentum is back in favor of buyers. You can see earlier around August, September, MACD has dipped below the zero line, showing weakness, but now it's clearly recovered. So, this is a fresh momentum signal that supports the further upside, especially if the price breaks above 190. If the MACD keeps widening and the histogram stays positive, that means buyers are fully in control. And if you see the stochastic RSI, this tells us if the stock is overbought or oversold zone in the short term. Right now, it's sitting around 96, which is very high. That means the stock is technically in an overbought zone. But keep in mind, in strong uptrends, stock can stay overbought for a long time. It doesn't always mean a crash. It just means price might pause or pull back slightly before moving up again. So in simple term, in the short term, it might cool off, but in the medium to long term, it's still a bullish setup. So if we zoom out a bit, you can see how nicely the stock has respected the moving averages since April. Every time it corrected, it found a support at one of the EMS and continued higher. This pattern tells us that institutions and the big players are still accumulating Nvidia on dips. There is no sign of panic or distribution yet. Another interesting point, if you look at the candle patterns, we are seeing the strong green candles on up days and smaller red candles on down days. That means buyers are more aggressive than the sellers right now. Let's break into two parts, short term and the medium term view. In my opinion, for the short term, overbought conditions and the price near resistance that could lead to few sideways or slightly down days. We might see some choppiness between 180 and 190 before the breakout happens. In the medium term, still very positive as long as the price stays above 50-day EMI and MACD remains positive. We are in a bullish structure. The next possible wave could take Nvidia towards the psychological level of 200 to 210. Keep in mind, Nvidia isn't just about technicals. It's a big part of the AI and semiconductor story. Whenever the market becomes optimistic about AI growth or the data centers demand, Nvidia tends to lead the rally. So even if there is a short-term pause, fundamentally there is still a lot of investor interest in this stock. That's why every small dips gets bought up quickly. People don't want to miss out the next move. Let's be also realistic here. When a stock goes up this fast and stays near all-time high, there is always some risk of pullback. Traders should keep a stop loss below 170 or 175 just to manage the risk. If the price starts closing below these levels, that's a warning sign for the momentum is fading. But unless that happens, the overall picture remains positive. So, overall, Nvidia looks solid, trend is strong, momentum is positive, and the price is holding above the key averages. Short term, it might cool off or move sideways, but as long as it stays positive or above 180, the bulls are still in control. Let's watch if it can break above 190 with a strong volume. That could be a start of a next level up or the next move or could be a breakout. So that's it for this video. I hope you get an idea whether to invest or not to invest in Nvidia shares. If you like this analysis, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends who follow the markets. It really helps the channel to grow and keep me motivated to bring you more in-depth market breakdowns. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Till then, stay smart, stay invested.